वनक्कम, मैं हैदर अली सैयद आसीवगम से यूनाइटेड अंडर तमिल सेवा.
What's going on, brother?
Yeah, hello.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. Quick question.
Yes.
So, I saw your rooms where you talk about the Quran being a message from Siddha, and that some people don't receive it, and that some people don't practice the. You're pretty much saying that the Abrahamic religions are against what originally the Siddha thought, against
Mhm.
spirituality and all of that, right?
Yes, yes.
So,
Yeah,
what would
actually,
be?
yeah. The thing is, when you read Quran, actually, Quran chapter one. Have you read Quran?
A little bit.
Yeah. If you read chapter one,
I come from a Christian perspective.
yeah, it says that to guide us to the straight path, the path whom you have blessed, not the part who are under your warrant and the people who went astray. So here is talking about four things. One is the Siratul Mustaqim or straight path, which was given to first Siddha, that is Shiva or Set, as per the biblical term Set. And people who are under warrant are basically the bloodline of Cain, the restless wanderer on the earth with a sign. And astray people are basically from the bloodline of Ibrahim, the melanated people who are called as children of Israel, whom God has sent many messengers, and they did not follow what Ibrahim followed, because Ibrahim followed the same path which Prophet Noah has followed. So instead of talking about Set or his way of life of the first Siddha, the children of Israel, they propagated Abrahamic faith, and under the label of Moses and Jesus and Muhammad, they started a cult based on Mithraism concept, which is totally against. That's why Quran says that they are astray people. You got the point?
You said based on the what concept?
See, straight part. What is a straight part?
Okay.
Siratul Mustaqim, straight
Yeah,
part.
yeah. So would you
So
say that Jesus was a Siddha too?
yeah, of course, he's a siddha. He's a siddha. He's a messenger because without doing meditation, without activating a kundalini, you cannot get connected with higher conscious. That's why Bible says, "Na, I have created a human in my own image, in my own likeness, and I have given him the dominance over the world, all the living creatures." So to activate image of God, you have to do is meditation, the seven kundalini.
Okay, so what do you think was the original teachings of Jesus, and when do you think it got misinterpreted, and why? Why do you think people did that?
See, Jesus' message is very limited to Lordship of House of Israel, not for Gentiles. And you must be aware that Jesus' mission was incomplete. He was taken alive, and he will come back again. And that's the time when the children of Israel will have their final exodus.
So you do believe the story or the topology of the Muslim perspective on Jesus? I'm saying the story of how he did not get crucified, and that he was taken up to heaven,
Yes, he was
and
taken
then
alive. He's going to come back again. That's the
okay, so
final
you do
exodus.
believe in all of that.
Yes,
You
yes,
believe that he wasn't
yes.
crucified,
Yeah, it was believe it just showed that this thing has happened, but he was taken alive.
but you do know that the crucifixion is said to be a historical account, right?
See, what Quran says is that the crucifixion
No, no,
happened,
forget the
but
Quran. The Quran, you can't take that as a historical uh, evidence for.
before that, Christianity is based on Mithraism, not on the teaching of what Jesus followed.
No, no, it wasn't
And
Christians that
no, the Christians were
wrote
not
about
there.
the crucifixion. It was Josephus
See,
Flavius was
see,
from the.
first of all, Trinity. Trinity or three in one concept. Do you believe in that?
Yeah.
Do you know where this three in one concept came from?
Where?
See, the three in one concept was basically a part of Tamil culture, and this concept was taken by the nomads under the Mithraism pagan culture, and where they introduced Indra, Varun, Mitra. And later on, the same three in one concept was taken into as Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. They are not three but one. But actually, three in one applies for human being, not for God. God is one and only. So in the three in one concept of in the Aaseevagam, or the first Siddha way of life, is that we human are three in one. Basically, we are God's particle. We are having DNA. We are earthly material. So we are three in one. God is one and only. So until or unless you don't understand Shiva or Asivagam way of life, you will not understand what Jesus preached, because Jesus, Moses, Muhammad, these are followers, not the founder of any. What you say? They are not the founder of any God's religion. They are the
So do
followers
you
of.
do? Yeah. Do you guys? So you do believe in the in monotheism from your perspective? Because if you mention Shiva, Brahma, and all of that, Siddha, I'm thinking
See,
that's
monotheism is the part of our life, because when we do we in all the Vedic age is basically coming after 1500 BC. But before that, if you look into our Koil in Tamil means house of a king, not house of a god. It means Koil means house of a king. So basically, all our tribe, they used to have equal right in administration. So this was actually the concept. Power to people was the concept in our culture, and that's why we had this golden age called Satyugam, or Sangam era, which people talk about.
so the
So
Tamils were
when all the
monotheists
people
during that
pardon,
time. So the Tamils people were monotheists at some
yes,
point.
of
Is
course.
that
People were monotheists, because they see, when we are doing meditation, we are getting connected with higher conscious, and there is no idol worship in our culture. We do meditation, we do yoga, we do that ancestral get together. It's a tribal
okay?
culture where,
Yeah,
yeah.
brother. So let me. What is your perspective? The Tamil. I'm thinking you follow Hinduism, but I
No, I'm
might
not
be.
following Hinduism is a religion started by Mithraism, like Christianity, like Abrahamic faith. Everything is connected with Persian doctrine. So I'm not interested in Abrahamic faith nor in Hinduism. We are basically following Aaseevagam. Aaseevagam means in Tamil God guided path, which was
Do you
given to
have
first.
any sources that you can send me that I could read on that?
Sources
Oh,
are the holy books actually. So all the holy books are connected with that, and we have
mm,
a oral tradition and cradle of civilization. Because do you believe in common ancestry?
yeah.
So Adam and Eve, they came in Sri Lanka, in Tamil Nadu, and first language is Tamil.
Okay.
Adam, Adam itself is a Tamil word. A means in the Tamil means God. Dam means breath, God given breath. So Adam means God given breath in Tamil. So and
Adam
like
means God given breath.
yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah. So and first language is Tamil, and God's heavenly language too is Tamil. And written form of Tamil was given to first Siddha, or the third son of Adam, called Set. So, and
Who
as
is
per
that?
Set, SCT is the
Oh,
third son of
Seth. Yeah,
Adam.
Seth. Yeah, yeah.
Set is Shiva actually.
Okay.
Okay, and as per our tradition, whatever the oral tradition which the Tamil people says, the Bible and Quran confirms it. Like for example, in our Tamil tradition, we say that first human is black. Quran also confirms that, and modern science also confirms it. If you do some linguistics studies, language, you will find that Tamil is the oldest surviving language.
Okay.
Okay, so language and color, and And during that
What do you
time,
think happened, Hadrali? At what point do you think the message got misinterpreted, and why? Why do you think these Abrahamic religions started uh,
uh, I'll
coming
come
on
to that.
in your?
I'll got your question. See, we have this different caste or shuba or profession, and then like how the mother colony, Adam and Eve, and there are many children. Cain was first antichrist. He committed the first murder. He became the father of the European race,
The
white race.
European race.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Abel, and then Set. So in each pregnancy, Adam used to have twins, a male and a female. Adam is just a prophet. He's not an administrator, or he was not a God did not give anything to him. So when the age of marriage came, and Adam had many children. Some say they had 64 children. Some say 70. And in each pregnancy, Adam used to have twins, a male and a female. So Cain was born, then Abel was born, and Seth was born, and so on. Other children were born, and every time twins were there. So when the time of marriage came, Cain and Abel were told to offer sacrifice, because the law should come from God. What to do with the marriage? So the law came that Cain was supposed to marry Abel's sister, and Abel was supposed to marry Cain's sister. But because of the color factor, Cain committed the first murder, and he was cursed and banished from the cradle of civilization. He became hunter-gatherer, cannibal society, how the white people are living in Europe.
So
They used to live
Cain
in Europe.
was sorry to stop you. Cain was white.
Yeah, Adam
Okay,
is black. Adam is black.
and he didn't want to give up his sister to Abel because she was
Yeah,
white.
yeah. No, she was
Oh,
black.
she was
Yeah.
black.
So
Oh,
yeah, she was black. So he committed the first murder. He was cursed and banished, and God said that he is not going to see his face again, as per the biblical sense. So, bloodline of Cain did not have any messengers, because all messengers are from noble birth, and Cain generation became children of incest. That's why no prophet came among them, and so the rules and regulation was never given to them. So they became hunter-gatherer, cannibal society, and after restlessly wandering on the earth with a sign. This is what the that's their history is finished now. And then Abel died. His twin sister was there. She got married to Set, or third Shiva. And the fourth twins also got married to third son. This is how Shiva has two wives. Now, and then Shiva became the first administrator. That is the first Pandyan, and all the information on all subjects was given to Shiva, and he preached to his other brothers, and this is how the first mother colony came into existence, with a very advanced civilization, which today science are dreaming to achieve that, and that's the reason why Shiva is called as alien, not because God has given him everything. Pyramids across the globe are basically built by the first generation only, and when the population of this mother colony increase from every shuba or every rank or profession, they make another colony. So this is how the tribe spread across the globe, and wherever this Pandyan colony was established, pyramids were built that time. And now we come to the timeline of Noah. Noah is basically coming because at that time, because of the information which God has given them, they were doing genetical engineering at that time, and so they have corrupted all the species. So God said that to build a boat and take all those animals' DNA into the small boat, and he is going to destroy the earth. So,
oh,
so
so it
Noah.
wasn't all the animals that he took physically. It was the
No, no,
DNA.
no. He took the DNA. He took the DNA,
Mm,
not animals.
okay.
He took the so he took the DNA of all the animal species, and he and the boat landed in Ararat Mountain in Judy. And if you Google it about Gopikli Tepe, you will find 12,000 BC old civilization. It's
Say
actually
that.
a lab where it's a lab actually where the box is there, the animal figure is there, and the DNA structure is there. So here it is where the Noah regenerated all the species in that lab, and then distributed all over the earth. So this is
Where's
the
that at?
timeline.
Hydraulic. I
Yeah.
didn't hear because I want to look that up. Where's that at?
Gopikli Tepe, Turkey.
Turkey. Okay.
Gopikli,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
because
Gopikli
the
Tepe.
boat is said to have landed in Turkey. Okay.
Yeah. So Gopikli Tepe is a civilization in Turkey, and in that civilization, if you do research, you will find that the T pillar will consist of a box, animal figure, and a DNA structure. So Noah regenerated all the species, and then he distributed all over the world. So this was the first phase, and then around 7,000 BC, you must have heard of King Ravana story, and around 5,000 BC, we had a Mahabharat story. So Mahabharat is basically a in-house fighting among the Pandyan colony, which took place from Syria to Indus Valley. And after that war, the Pandyans became weak, and then around 3000 BC, we saw the first batch of Antichrist, bloodline of Cain, coming in and settling into Iranian plateau. That is the Aryan invasion, which people know about.
The
So around
Persians.
1500, yeah, the Persians. So around 1500 BC, they started a secret society called Mithraism. And Mithra, if you look into the Mithraism image, it's killing the bull, and bull is a symbol of Pandyan.
Symbol of
Okay,
what?
Pandyan.
What is that, brother?
It's a kingdom, dynasty.
Okay. Okay. You the one that got destroyed, you said earlier?
Yeah, set bloodline.
Okay.
Okay, so the whole and the Daniel chapter 7 talks about four beastly regime, and the first beast are the Persians, second beast are the Rome, the Byzantine, third is the Ottoman, and the fourth are the Saudis. And the fourth beast will be different from the rest of the three beast. So, and in our culture, we talk about greater Kalyugam. Kalyugam means the rule of a bad king. So, this bad kingdom is where the anti-spiritual policies are introduced among the spiritual land. Now,
Okay. So
since
so so just to recap what you said hydraulically, so you're saying that the bloodline of Cain are the ones that created the Abrahamic religions.
no, I'm coming to that point. Now we are in
Okay.
the 1500 BC. 1500 BC. Now we'll go back again to 2000 BC, where Ibrahim timeline starts. So if when as the Pandyans were in the phase of greater Kalyugam, where untouchable era, everything was happening in our society. So God tested Ibrahim and appointed him, and then this covenant was inherited by the children of Israel. Okay, but children of Israel, they were stiff-necked people, and they never accepted the straight path which was given to the first Siddha, that is Set, but they introduced to the nomads, means the restless, the bloodline of Cain, Moses. Then, when the Moors ruled Europe for 800 years, they gave Christianity to those people, but they were supposed to give Aaseevagam, or the first Siddha's way of life. So today, if you look into the history in CERN laboratory, you will find Shiva Natraj statue, and Europe are getting close to real Islam or real monotheism, which was given to first Siddha. And today, Europe are going back into the age of spiritualism, yoga, meditation, activation of
Yoruba, you
Kundalini
said?
chakra.
You said
Yeah,
the Yoruba people in Nigeria?
yoga,
Oh, yoga.
meditation.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Europeans are accepting that, but because of children of Israel, of Semitic black race from the bloodline of Ibrahim, they introduced wrong concept to the nomads, because children of Cain, they had no messengers. So whatever with whom they got interacted, they gave Musa, under Moses they started Judaism, under Isa they started Christianity, and now under Muhammad they started Islam, Shia, Sunni, Sufi, Wahhabi, and then they became the Abrahamic faith. And this Abrahamic faith has got nothing to do with the real Islam or real Asivagam, which was given to first Siddha sect. You're getting the point.
Yeah, yeah, I get you.
Final exodus is going to take place not on the merit of the children of Israel, because they are stiff-necked people, because their history starts. Uh, the 10 brothers are conspiring to kill one of their brothers, so they are different people. but they have the covenant, but doesn't mean that until they don't fulfill the covenant commandment, that the covenant is not applicable. So these are the people who introduce to the nomads Abrahamic faith, and today they are living in a superiority complex, children of Israel, and they only consider themselves as a chosen people, but they are not ready to accept the straight path which was given to first Siddha, that is Shiva, and that same way of life was followed by Noah, Ibrahim, Musa, Isa, Jesus. So today the nomads and the scattered nation, they are spoiling the uh, other nations' tradition way of life by introducing Abrahamic faith to other people. And
Okay.
since Ibrahim was promised that his children will inherit the land, so based on this promise and second coming of Jesus Christ, based on these two things, children of Israel will return home, but not on their merit, but because God has promised Abraham.
Okay. So the first person was in, like you said, it was in Tamil, right?
Yeah, yeah. First
Adam.
person was Tamil. Adam is a
So
Tamil.
yeah, and then let's say these scientific studies or these, you know how they say the out of African theory, migration.
Yeah, they see they want to the whole concept. See the syndicate. Uh, see the balanced way of life which was given to first Siddha is that you have to maintain the balance between spiritual and material world. And this antichrist will only say that materialism is everything, consumerism is everything. Whoever has more wealth, more everything, will enjoy this life is everything. So the whole anti-spiritual policy is against spiritualism. In spiritualism, we keep a balance between the nature and material world. We keep a balance. But this anti-spiritual policy will we will only become a consumer. We will have lots of money, but there will be no time for our spiritual development. So we will need a balanced way of life.
Got
So
you.
the fight is between spiritual and anti-spiritual. So Abrahamic faith are basically anti-spiritual organization who are here to defeat spiritualism. When I say faith, I don't mean that Musa, Isa, and Ibrahim are wrong. No, they are part of God's people. But children of Israel have marketed their own cult under the name of Musa and Isa and Muhammad.
Who do you think are those people right now? Who are those people? Children of Israel.
Children of Israel are basically the Americans who are living there, Negroes, the American, the black people are there. They are living there, and uh, and these are the people who
Wow.
are all, yeah.
Okay.
They are part of that. I mean, even in India also we have Moors living in in our land. In Sri Lanka we have the children of Israel because they have scattered all over the world.
And they're melanated people. You're saying they're not the ones that is in
No, they are
Israel right
melanated
now.
people. Yeah, so those are nomads, bloodline of Cain.
Okay.
So the children of Israel are melanated people, but because they are scattered nation, so when they are when God is telling that restless wanderer on the earth and scattered nation, both the term refers to the same. But the thing is, one is cursed, another is chosen. So if the chosen people, if they go back to the straight path, then they are not a straight people. So when Quran says, "Bless, guide us to the straight path," which was given to first Siddha, that is Shiva, set, not the part which earn your anger, that is the Cain bloodline, and the stray people. Stray people are basically the children of Israel who are marketing Jesus, Moses, and Muhammad under Abrahamic faith, and they are not returning back to the spiritual part. which was given to first Siddha. Since we are all coming from a common ancestry, so everything is connected with Tamil Nadu.
How many of people like you exist?
I don't
Is
know.
this does this have a big following? At least that you know of where you're from in India.
No, no, I don't know how many people are there, but this concept means after it's actually a God gift, I think, and it's a concept I got this from because I am into comparative studies and did my research, and slowly and gradually I came to know all this, not in one day. It's a long period, so I don't know how many people are there. So based on this time, currently like earlier I used to do on SMS, then WhatsApp, then YouTube, and now Clubhouse.
That's good.
Yeah,
Okay. When do you think
because
is the Antichrist gonna come back, or you know what I'm saying? This whole from the Islamic perspective of Christ coming back and bringing back order and all of that. When do you think that's gonna happen?
according to my research, after 2023,
Okay. Hmm.
because
How did you come to
because
that
that
conclusion, brother? That's interesting.
because the Treaty of Lausanne, the third beast, the Ottomans, after the defeat of in the World War, they got defeated and they had this 100 years treaty of Lausanne. So their treaty is going to get ended in 2023. So they are going to reclaim all the land which they have left. That is in Europe, Africa, India, as well as Middle East and
Who's that?
Arabia.
Who's that again, brother? Who
Uh,
are those people
look,
playing the lands?
Ottoman, the Turkey.
Okay.
Okay, the third Ottoman Empire. After the First World War, Second World War, they got defeated. Na?
Yeah, they did.
So Treaty of Lausanne ends in 2023. So so then they will try to get back Jerusalem as well as Mecca, but those two land belongs to children of Israel. So now the question comes whether God will give it to the third beast Ottoman, or God will give to the will fulfill His promise which He has which he has given to Abraham. So this is the turning point of history.
So we don't know if he's gonna give those holy lands to the Ottomans or to the children of Israel.
Yeah, but the promises made by God to Abraham about the children of Israel. Na? So maybe after 23, anything can happen.
Do you think this events that's happening right now is leading up to that, like the
Which
war,
I think
all of that? Do you think the wars and all of that that's happening right now is something that's
Ukraine and Russia,
yeah?
Ukraine and Russia. Yeah, I actually what I feel is that after this war, America will have a bad time.
In what way?
Dollar will come down. Dollar will collapse,
Mm,
and so this will because dollar is actually the mother of all consumerism or capitalism market. So if Russia becomes strong, then America will become weak, and then the oil dollar partnership, the Saudi and the American partnership based on oil, is going to there's a lots of problem going on between Saudi and America. Biden, yeah.
okay.
So future may dollar may collapse, and then there will be a because the chaos has already been seen felt by all the third world countries. So people who are living in Africa, India, and other places, they will try to go back to the traditional way of life where people are self employed actually, self
Mm,
sufficient economy. They will go back to the traditional way of life, not to the capitalism or consumerism or this corporate world. So once if the Americans are dollars are gone, then the change is going to take place very soon. So this
yeah.
Ukraine-Russia war has only degraded actually America, but America has lost actually.
Okay. Yeah.
In the long run, America has lost everything actually. In the global scale, he has lost everything. And Russia is backed by Pakistan, China. Everyone will back him only.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
even India will back Russia only because they don't want to. Because Russia and America, because because the balance should be there, na. If only one power is there, then they will manipulate everything. If Russia comes up, then there will be a balance in power.
What do
So
you?
that's
Yeah. So what do you
yes.
recommend people to do right now? So what is your message right now? Is it just telling the story out, or are you
No,
advising
no,
people something?
the message is very clear that the children of Israel, all the Abrahamic faith has to be eradicated. People should return back to the tradition way of life, and children of Israel should return back to their homeland. And not and because as per the Bible, also not many will make through the promised land because of their stiff necked or means they are not 100% sure about the covenant or about the command because they are not following the commandment.
Are the
So
children of Israel all the melanated people, or just
no,
a few
no,
of
no,
them?
no, the melanated people.
All melanated people.
Yeah, all melanated, but there are a handful of people like America is there. Then there are certain tribes are there, and those children of Israel are basically landless people. They don't have a land of their own. So either they will be living with somebody else property, and they will be trying to eradicate the tradition way of life and trying to impose their religion on those other people. Will try to convert into other people into Abrahamic faith. Like for example, in Africa, people are following the tradition way of life, spiritualism and everything. But these people they are trying to convert everyone to Abrahamic faith. And today, what has happened? The Christian, the black Africans and the Christian and the Muslim after converting, they are killing each other. But previously, when they were living under the label of tribal colony, they were living in peace. But after becoming a religious Abrahamic faith, they are killing each other. So this is how dangerous this Abrahamic faith is.
Okay. Interesting, brother. Just wanted to, you know,
Yeah,
ask a few questions because I've been in your room for a couple of days.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
yeah, good talking to you, man.
This is very simple actually, and because people are more selfish, so they don't want to speak the truth. Even if they know the truth, they will keep silent. So that should not happen. So people, they since we are in the age of information, so we have to bring back the truth into the public. So people should think twice before blindly following anyone. Yeah.
Yeah, so let me.
Any more questions?
Yeah, so do you believe in the hadith of the Muslims, or is it only Quran? Do
See,
you believe in the
Quran.
historicity of the hadith?
Quran chapter 3 verse 3 says that Quran is a confirmation of previous scriptures, Torah and Gospel also. Chapter 3 verse 3. So Quran is basically a reminder. It's not a book of conversion. So whatever the hadith has come after the 200 years, it's basically most of the hadiths are maximum of the hadiths are fake. So I see hadith as if they are going in line with Quran and the previous book. I take the hadith. Otherwise, I don't take the hadith.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you would take what's normally considered sahih.
No, no, no. Not Sahih or Zaif. Whatever is connected with Quran and in the line, the line of Quran, I will take it. Otherwise, I don't. Basically, I don't read hadith because hadith has got nothing to do with Quran. Maximum of the hadith, 90% of the hadith are fake.
Gosh. So do you believe that these books got corrupted at some point?
See, I'll give you like instead of talking about hadith, if I say
Not
this,
not just not the
no, no,
hadith. I'm
like
talking
for
about the
example,
Quran or the Bible
like,
or the
like,
Torah and all of that.
like for example, namaz, the salat which they do 5 times a day, that is based on the fake hadith. The celebration of like lots of things are there which is totally based on Mithraism, not by the Persian doctrine. They are following Persian doctrine in the name of hadith. Like how Christianity, we say that is based on pagan Mithra cult. Similarly, hadiths are also based on pagan Mithra cult.
So the books are corrupted. I'm not talking about the hadith, but do you believe that the Quran and the Torah and the Bible are corrupted as well?
See, the Torah and see, first of all, the 36 books has been removed from the Bible. 36 books of Enoch has been removed from the Bible. So that itself is no one has the right to remove those books because those books contains the history of Shiva and his bloodline.
Well,
Said
yeah,
bloodline.
we actually got from my we come from the Eritrean and Ethiopian perspective of
Yeah,
Christianity, and we
yeah,
actually have the oldest book of Enoch saved
yeah.
in that area. Have you heard
Yes,
about
yes.
that?
Yeah, I have heard about that.
Yeah.
So basically, like, we cannot say that because when the children of Israel, when they wanted to market their religion to the no to the bloodline of Cain, so they have interpolated lots of things to suit their concern because they want to eliminate the straight part which was given to Shiva or sect.
Why were they
So
doing that though? Why do they go to the nomads, the people that didn't have anything? Were they enslaving them? Were they?
no, the nomads came in their land, na? The
It's the nomads
Persians.
that came in. Okay.
Yeah, they came to this land, Aryans invasion and all that, Persians, and because after the deluge, the storyline starts from Turkey, Anatolia to Mesopotamian, Sumerian, Mari civilization, Aram civilization, Elam civilization, then Indus Valley civilization. These are all the civilization which was there, and people who built that was against the Tamil. Again, it was Tamil people. It was only after the 3000 BC, then around 2000 BC, that's Ibrahim period started, and 1500 BC, the Mithra cult was started by Mitanni Empire. So all this is are interconnected. And then when the nomads came here, these are the people who civilized those people. So instead of giving them to the straight path, they gave them something else under the name of Musa, and that's why Jewish. If you look into the Russia and everywhere, you'll find Jewish religion over there as a religion. So, and then when after Prophet Muhammad, when the Moors ruled Europe for 800 years, that is when King James is actually a melanated guy. King James, what he gave to the Europe is totally different from what exactly what the people are teaching today. King James version has been circulated all over the world. So, who is the main culprit? We cannot blame the white people for that. We have to blame the children of Israel for that.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
and even today also, like people like Ron who are coming in Clubhouse and talking about Africa, and they will never talk about Middle East or the real history because these are people who are talking about capitalism only because they are working for some group and they don't want to tell the truth to the people.
Ron, you're talking about the African American guy, the Black
Yeah, yeah,
Hebrew.
yeah. Yeah, the whole they see I have the Nation of Islam is also a corrupt group. Malcolm X was a right guy. Then all those groups which are there already in America. So these people, they know the truth, but they don't want to tell it to the people. And most of the black people are in America are rich. They are not poor actually. But if you compare the white people are basically in a problematic state today.
At what point do you think the nomads got better than us or better than the melanated people? Because I feel like they didn't have anything, right? They didn't have any messengers, empires, and all of that. And all of a sudden, they come to the land of the people that had those empires, civilizations, and all of that. And now
No,
they,
actually, see, they were supported by they were their name was used, but the army was our melanated people only, na. See, when Moors entered into Spain, they educated those nomads, na. In Europe, they educated them. But what actually, when you educate certain thing to the new people, you should educate the whole truth, na. Why are you removing something which was, if you don't know the history of mother colony, you start your history from Ibrahim, then you become you do a great sin also, na. You play with the holy books. Either you start your history with mother colony, that is Tamil Pandian colony, then the whole picture you show it to the nomads. So whatever the information these Europeans are having today, based is because they are doing the research and they are accepting Shiva, they are accepting yoga, meditation, activation of Kundalini, which was supposed to be accepted by children of Israel, but they are not accepting it. No? They want everyone to follow their Abrahamic faith, not the straight path. You're getting the point.
yeah, I
This
think
is this is the where the conflict is, because God has given responsibility to Ibrahim and his bloodline. Ibrahim was perfect, but his bloodline, children of Israel, are not perfect. So that's why they
it.
became a scattered people.
So, do you
If they
believe
had,
in the hydraulic? Do you believe in the fall of Adam? You said he was perfect. In what way do you think he was perfect? I'm thinking he was flawed if you come from the Islamic perspective, and that's why he was kicked out of heaven and went to Tamil, I guess.
no, Adam was perfect and he was given some education, but he did a mistake. But God pardoned him, now because that was a part of God's plan to stop. Because uh, why he God created earth, so that he can the children of Adam can multiply here. So that was a part of God's plan to send Adam down.
So
So that's why God,
you don't believe he made a mistake.
no, he didn't mistake. It was a part of God's plan.
Mm, okay,
Because
interesting.
see, God is the best of planner. He and if Adam had a mistake, then he would have been cursed or something. Punishment would have been given to him, but he was pardoned, and he was and his as a punishment, they were sent to this earth for a certain period. And that's the reason why God did not give anything as a rules and regulation to, though Adam is a prophet, but he was never had any rules and regulation. So it was the third son of Adam, the Set alias Shiva. He was given as the all the as per the Bible also, as per the Tamil tradition, as per the Kamite civilization also. Set plays an important role. So that's the reason why Adam they had no rules. So when the children were grown up, so Adam told the children Cain and Abel to offer sacrifice so that God can send the law so that they can get married. So this is what that means. God has taken some rights from Adam. He is a prophet, but he has no can means the rules and regulation was not given to him.
Okay, and
Yeah.
so what about Sikhism or Guru Nanak? What do you think of those people?
Guru Nanak are basically melanated people, and since in the tribal culture, we were divided into different department of work or rank, and
Wait,
and then
I didn't hear that. Say that again, brother.
yes, See the timeline is around 12 to 1400. That period is there. That
AD.
around that period. Yeah. So that time the third BC regime, the Ottoman, the Sultans, they invaded India, North India. Okay, Pakistan, Punjab, and all this region. So the chief of that village, uh, they recruited other people from other rank, and they built an army to fight against the invaders. So this is how they are tribal chief, and then they fought against the Ottoman Empire.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason. And since
No, I'm
in the
saying,
tribal,
what do you
yeah,
think
in the
of its legitimacy? What do you think of Guru Nanak's teachings and all of that?
see, Guru Nanak teaching is very simple. Vaheguru. Vaheguru means one God only, the great teacher. And the first teacher is Shiva. They accept Shiva, na? Even their symbol is Triton only, Triton. So they are all connected with mother colony, and they have, hold this rank of administrator, chief. So and the Sikhism is not a, it's not a religion actually. It was actually to recruit other people from other ranks into as a making them a warrior. So Sikh group were created. They are not from administration clan. They are from other profession.
What
So to
clan?
fight the Ottoman Empire, to
Yeah,
fight the Ottoman Empire, they recruited other people, and those people were known as Sikh. You're getting the point.
yeah, yeah. So, what do you think the whole message is then? Like, what do you think the person or the being that created us wants us to know, wants us to do, and all of that? What do you think? What is the purpose of all of this from your perspective?
See, as per the tradition, first thing is ancestral get together. That is, you have to first of all, you have to become an image of God, and that is only possible when you are conscious of God, and that is only possible through when you eliminate Satan whisper, so that the soul whisper takes over your body. So that's the process called as Kundalini awakening, or a process is there to become image of God. So that is the and through yoga meditation, yoga helps you in releasing the pressure points in your body and making your body healthy. And the third is the Kuldevam. Kuldevam is the ancestral get together. In all the tribal culture, you will find that people used to get together and remember their ancestors. And children of Israel, their Kuldevam is basically Mecca, where they are supposed to go and as a get together over there, because Abraham built that place, Mecca, Kaaba.
So you
So
believe
and
that? You believe in that
yeah,
story?
yeah, and first of all, this it's actually the when I say Kul Devam is ancestral get together. So Abraham, since Abraham built that place, so Ismail as well as Isaac or yeah, Jacob family, they are supposed to get together over there, and who is going to there, they should offer sacrifice at Mina. So in our Kuldevam coil, or in our Kuldevam structure, all the clan, they get together and they offer sacrifice. So same culture was supposed to be followed by children of Israel, which they are not doing.
Yeah.
You're getting the
Okay.
point, actually. Yeah, so
Yeah.
ancestral remembering is there, but today if you look into children of Israel, do they remember our father Abraham the way it should have been? They don't want to accept. They don't want to accept Mecca as their Kuldevam or ancestral get together. You cannot say that Jerusalem is a Kuldevam, because Kuldevam means your ancestral chief, your chief, the starting point of family of Ismail and family of Isaac. It's from Ibrahim, na? And his property is Mecca, and whatever the ritual is done over there, all the members should get together there. But today it is being occupied by the nomads. Kaaba is today the real Arabs are melanated people. The real Arabs are melanated people. The people who are currently occupying those land are not real Arabs. They are nomads, children of Israel, came.
Mm. Do you think all of this actually has anything to do with the religious conflict that goes on in India and all of that most of the time, especially right now?
See, in India, in this land, we have been surrounded by children of Israel also. We are scattered nation. Scattered nation people are also in our land. Then we have the nomads also living in our land, and these children of Israel and the Aryan settlers, they have collaborate. They are collaborating with each other, and they are trying to destroy the peace of the native people. This is what is happening in India.
Hmm.
So all that, and whether it be Brahmins or whether it be Muslims, they both are interconnected, and together they are fooling this native people of India.
Tamils are South Indians, right? If I'm not mistaken, or North.
Yeah, Tamils are it's a language actually, but the whole world is actually Tamil by DNA because Adam is a Tamil, na?
Hmm.
And we are all from a Tamil ancestry. So whole world is a Tamil. But God
Okay.
has given different land to different people. But the problem is that because of the restless wanderer and the scattered nation, they are occupying some other people's land, and they are supposed to follow the tradition way of life, which they are not following. They want to they want to introduce the Abrahamic faith to other people. This is where the problem is.
Gotcha.
You got the point.
Yeah, yeah.
Because once you don't have a land of your own, you are living on somebody else land. So to rule and to dominate the other native people, you are trying to bring new concept, new ideology. So and if and they will accept your concept only when they reject their own concept. So this is where the conflict is all starting. The third eye concept in Kemite civilization is there. It's a part of a real Islam, but today people are trying to tell them it is all devil. It's a devil's work. So they are trying to make it them as a Christian or a Hindu or as a Muslim or Jews, and they're trying to convert them. So that's a wrong concept. Like how
Do you
China was never invaded by anyone. Means the nomads have invaded, but it was only in the border area like Taiwan, Hong Kong, those lands. But interiors of China was never been invaded. But still, currently those people who are trying to convert to Abrahamic faith, that government of China is trying to putting them into concentration camp and trying to rectify them. But today, India and Africa, they are in the clutches of the Abrahamic faith. And today, what is happening? They are killing their own people in the name of
do you think we
Abrahamic
should
faith.
follow China in that manner?
Pardon?
Do you think we should follow China in that manner? The people of the melanated people is what I'm saying when it
No,
comes to these.
China was never invaded by outsiders. Not
Now
outside.
I'm saying the fact that they don't allow any
No,
Abrahamic
but
religions to.
they are following the tradition way of life. No? They believe in yin yang concept, the Kundalini chakra, the seven chakras. They believe in
Yeah, but
master.
they're mostly atheists though, hydraulic. They don't really believe in that anymore, especially the government and all of that. The people that's in power.
Yeah, but as a whole, China is still following the tradition way of life. In short, whereas we Indians people or African people or the Native American people, we were supposed to follow our tradition way of life, but because of Abrahamic faith, we are being corrupted. We have been facing a problem because of Abrahamic faith. And today, if China is destroying the mosque and churches, everyone is silent. Why? Because those people have rejected. They know the consequence of Abrahamic faith on individual land. And this is the reason why the children of Israel are being punished by God because they are not following the straight path. They are trying to impose their Abrahamic faith to all over the world, and this concept has been taken over by the children of Cain or European people, and they are today marketing it Christianity all over the world. So, so the problem when if children of Israel had given them the real truth, then the problem would have not come. That's why Quran says that they are the astray people, and today they are facing their ancestral karma or their deeds.
Mm.
They are suffering everywhere. So that means we can say that there are many children of Israel. They are in majority. But what about the power is not there? No? God has taken away the power because power is given by God, and Allah God gives whom He wills. That, like for example, Saul was appointed as the first king, and then King David was his bloodline was chosen as an administrator. So the power comes from God because God will choose whom He think is suitable, and children of Israel are not yet suitable to hold that position, and that's the reason why Jesus Christ is going to come back, and the final exodus will take place.
Oh, so he's gonna be the one that's gonna be taking them back to the Holy Land.
Yes, yes,
And do you
and
believe
that
the Holy Land is in present day Levant area, the Israel and all of that, or Tamil?
yeah, yeah, from wherever Ibrahim traveled from Canaan area to the Ur. Ur is in somewhere near Iraq. Iraq to Syria, from Syria to Mecca, and all this region belongs to children of Israel, family of Ibrahim. So once again, those people will return back to that land, not in Africa.
But okay, so if all Africans are children of Israel, then all of them are gonna be returning back to that land.
No, 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 no. Maximum, see, they are living on that land, but the main people who occupied that Jerusalem and Mecca are the tribe of Judah, and that tribe is basically now living in America.
Okay.
So those Americans have to return. The Americans, tribe of Judah, they have to return back to the Middle East, not to Africa. But they are trying to bring in. They are talking in such a way that the children of Israel living in America, they are supposed to go to Africa, not to Middle East. So this is where the problem is. The promised
And,
land is in Middle East, not in Africa.
and so what is it gonna happen to the other melanated people? Are they gonna stay where they were and just
Yes, they
continue
will stay
living
where
out?
they are. Yeah, they will stay where they are uh, because the two that that Jerusalem, it's a part of Judah tribe, and then Mecca was given once again became the administration center for tribe Judah Moors. So the Moors, wherever the Moors are there, they have to return back to their land.
Who do you
So
think
some
are the
are
Moors right now? Do you believe they're the black people or the present day Moroccans and Algerians and all of that?
no, 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 no. They are black people, melanated people, and the people are living in India and Sri Lanka as well as in America also. So the Morris group temple. These are people who are supposed to return home, and because God has given them the administration, na, right to administration is with the tribe Judah, na.
Mm,
Yeah, so the people who have the responsibility, they have to take all the criticism also, but they are not loyal to what God covenant. So Judah will suffer. Tribe Judah will suffer.
mm.
In Africa, it may be some other they may be children of Israel, but they may not be from tribe of Judah. But tribe of Judah is basically currently majority of them are in America and America, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the thing. Any more question?
That's it so far, man.
Welcome. Thank you.